Hey everyone, this is Blackbinder, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Last time we left off, we finished picking up all the quests and doing a few of them in Port Maja, and now we are supposed to be looking for the dig site where Eothas went. I think it's to the east, but I want to check out this place over here first. The burial site. Huana tribes traditionally heap their dead onto pyres or give their bodies to the deep sea. But mounds like these suggest that rangas of honor, wealth, and distinction were buried nearby. Let's go tomb looting. A tomb rises from the earth before you. Its stone exterior is well wrought and decorated with reliefs of Tangaloa and Nagati. It likely houses the body of someone important to a local Huana tribe. Search the location. You take some time to search the burial site. 2 hours pass, and find a charming trinket wrapped in dried grasses. Nature's embrace. Grants wear a nearby ally's wood skin when the wear is critically hit, and for all seasons, +3 burn armor rating and +3 freeze armor rating. Let's keep searching until got some onyx, some peridot, a Zadi Nui shell. I don't know what that is. I think it's money basically. Sigil of Atrophy Wardstone. What is that? Friendly target. +5 meter radius from caster. Immunity to Sigil of Atrophy attacks. I don't know what that is. Fine warbow. Well, we can just keep... You've rummaged through the whole burial site. There's nothing left but dead. Okay, so we did find everything. Took about a day. 3/4 of a day. Fine warbow, but we can't use that. Alright, we want this to go on Adair, because he's the one who should be most likely to get critically injured. Is that a warbow? Yes, it is. Alright, so we'll give you the fine warbow instead of a regular warbow. Apoho Waro Woods. Alright, thick woodlands spread to the east of Port Maja, slowing your travel. Birds flitter above you and insects drone incessantly. The path eventually gives way to a game trail, then to no path at all. You find a curiously marked tree, the bark gouged away in a pattern. The striations seem to run upwards from right to left, just shy of vertical. So, upward from right to left, just shy of vertical. So let's examine the markings. Adair. Adair examines the gashes in the wood, then plucks a tuft of hair from the side of the tree. A wild boar did this. Adair taps the tree. Look at this. A sigil has been lightly carved into the wood, so faint as to be almost imperceptible. You press carefully into the forest, your clothes damp with the humidity and the water dripping from the trees above. A quiet rustling in the underbrush draws your attention northward, deeper into the forest. Let's hide in the undergrowth. You duck silently behind a log and still your breathing. Whatever's making the sound draws nearer. Through a gap in the foliage, you make out a tall island amua standing among a small sounder of wild boars. I think sounder is a group of boars, or pigs even. Matted copper hair hangs over his features, and boar hides drape his frame. Despite his presence, the swine seem entirely at ease. Let's just say greetings. The man stands abruptly, spitting on you, his staff raised as if ready to strike. Ikera, then who are you? For what are you here? The Huana language thickens his accent. So, I wonder if we're going to fight him, or if we can talk him down and get something from him. Maybe a quest. He seems reasonable enough. Adair perks up at the sight of boars, alternately imitating their grunts and chuckling. Okay. Only at length, in what appears to be a heel-dragging afterthought, does his attention at last turn to the strange man in their midst. Dirt darkens the folds of the man's skin. His lips curl over jagged teeth. He waves the stick at you.
No, never talk. Just go. Leave this forest. Go leave these islands. Go return from where you've been.
His Adiran is halting, the language thick in his mouth. We're going to use bluff. I came here looking for you. The people on the coast said you could help me. No. I mean you no harm. Can't we just talk? We're good at diplomacy.
Said as if a word never hurts a person. You
Sticks
go.
and stones.
Speak quickly then. Your words disturb this place.
What are you doing out here with all these boars?
Learning. The boar teach much about survival if one listens, if one watches. So sing. So say those who know.
Those who know, who would that be?
This
Yeah.
question helps neither of us, I say.
Religion. Well, it sounds like you're speaking of Galawain.
Always you foreign sorts speak of your changing god. I say you know nothing of change, and less of the hunt.
So about those boars of
What
yours.
of them then?
Could I get some pork? No. Why do these boars matter so much to you? I'd like a boar of my own. Don't suppose you've got one to spare? Sure, why
They
not?
are not mine to give, nor yours to take. You want a boar, friend. You go make your own.
Why do these boars matter so much to
Then
you?
I need a reason. I say I do not. That is plenty reason.
Look, I just want to pass through this forest.
No, your sort always want. This forest is not yours. This land is not yours. Go, leave.
I'm hunting a god. If I fail, your islands will not be spared his wrath. The man frowns, then pulls a leather-wrapped pouch from within his belongings. Hands shaking, he hands it to you. You have gained an item, Wise Teeth Necklace. So, +1 intellect, history, and
Then
insight.
go, take this. They protect you if you speak true. They tear out your throat if no.
He dismisses you with a wave. Alright, let's put that sucker on. Who gets it? Probably my guy. Wait, who does history? I don't think anybody has history.
And all our enemies felt a sudden chill.
History 3, she's got history, so let's give it to her, but she's got this on. No, we don't want to do that. Grants health over time and reduces incoming damage when the wearer is near death. So we'll just leave it on my guy for now. If we need more history, whatever, I'll give it to her. Is this like a whole area or just a mini area? I think it's just a mini area. Yep. Alright, let's go back to the world map then. Shouldn't be a long loading screen to go back. Not a huge area to clear up from the cache or whatever you want to call it. Old battleground. The site of a recent battle spreads before you. The bodies of the routed force still lie where they fell, though most have been picked clean by scavenging beasts. Search the location. We found a Huana Charm Belt, plus 20% movement speed or stride and 1 survival. And that is it. Let's see if this is anything. No? I'm wondering if there's any secrets. Like secret areas. Wakura Pass. We're not going to go there just yet. What is this? A solitary rice farm. It looks bountiful enough to welcome trade. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and sell our valuables at least. Like these books, we don't need them. Kraken Eye's room key, we want to keep that. Sell all the hats until I find one I want. That's the Huana Charm Belt. We'll need to keep that for now. Sell the robe, I don't like the way it looks. We'll keep the no, let's keep the Mataru clothing. The reason I'm keeping these is because they have 0% recovery time. And I want, so far, I'm gonna go for either very heavy armor or very light armor. Vestments of gown. Armor 7, armor 7. So we'll just keep those 2 heavy pieces of armor. Or heavier, they're not really that heavy. And we're going to keep the weapons for now because I don't know who wants what yet. We don't need any rice. Some stuff over there that we can't get to yet. Holy cow. I think, what do you think about these? These footprints. Maybe it's something we're tracking, I don't know. The trail before you seems thoroughly disturbed by erratic tracks. The sparse plants to the immediate sides of the path roughly mangled. A struggle may have occurred here. Search the area. Adair, of course. Wait, no. He needs perception and survival, so let's go me. It takes you only a few moments to make sense of the chaos. No blood spatters suggest it was not a fight, and you easily identify the clawed prints of Zaryps. The tracks seem recent. A dry and ropey vine has been pulled taut across the path and inexpertly covered in dirt. So a trap? Beyond, a group of robed figures cringe and cower at a nearby river's bend. Each is frozen in place, ashen and gray, like statues crafted of soot. Disarm the trap. And collect its components. You have gained an item, Corrosive Cloud Trap. Search for the Zaryps. You hear a series of quiet chirps and growls ahead and make out the movement of small forms through the undergrowth. Sneak closer to observe. You creep closer, parting the grass for a better view. The Zaryps, little lizard guys, kobolds basically, but the lizard version. A handful of Zaryps hiss and snap at one another, shaking their spears in their scaled fists. They stand over the apparent source of their argument, a small pile of loot likely stolen from other travelers. Let's send Mesta to distract them. After a quiet nuzzle, Mesta sets off. Shortly thereafter, the Zaryps stop their fighting at the sound of a noise some distance away. They chase off after it, but you're confident your companion will easily outpace them. With the Zaryps gone, you're able to collect what they left behind. You discover a few coins, a tattered cloak, and an old stiletto. Cape, any decent? No. And a stiletto, no. Okay, so, money. We'll sell it for monies. And Gwithin dig site. We don't want to go there just yet. What is this? Some ale. I'm guessing it was the dig site's campsite, maybe? Or where they landed. Fresh fruit. That's always good, right? I'm guessing that's a ship item. For our crew. This place will probably be a longer loading time because it's going to be a little bigger. What's going on? What's it doing? Look at that. Stone people. Did Eothas turn them to stone, I wonder?
Sorry, friend. Okay.
Sorry, friend, I can't
Watch your weight.
Choti bends double, hands resting briefly on her knees before she wipes sweat from her brow. Huffing to catch her breath, she glances up to you with a bright
If
smile.
you'll spare me a minute, I'd like to perform a last rite for these poorly departed souls.
She reaches for the lantern on her hip.
Please, Watcher. Without my guidance, they might have a hard time finding the light.
What happens if they can't find the light? There are no departed souls here. I'm not going to tell her
They'll
that.
be lost, never making it to hell and back. Or they'll wander and eventually find their way, lifetimes after they should have.
Her jaw takes on a determined set and she straightens, ready
That's
to work.
supposing they ain't a follower of Eothas. What do you reckon happens to them folks in hell when the god of rebirth is deader than a doornail?
Another god will handle their rebirth?
Am I to trust they'll do right by the soul? That they'll send him back as a follower of Eothas rather than one of their own? No. I think it's better if I hold them in my lantern for now.
Alright, go for
Mighty
it.
kind of you.
She grins happily. With 2 intent strides forward, she unsheathes her sickle and lantern, fluidly swinging each in a series of well-practiced movements. Chanting, whirling weapons slicing the air, Chochi's voice lilts and falls in an invocation, a summons to any departed lingering in the
This
area.
here's a final call for all souls. Last stop for the lost. Gather round now. I'll cut you loose and haul you into the light.
Swinging the lantern faster and faster, Choti plants her thighs wide and then thrusts her arms up high overhead. The lantern rattles in her grip and the light from within flares blindingly bright. In the silence of your held breath, it almost seems like a soul should sift up from within one of the corpses, quivering in the air before siphoning into the lantern's fading brilliance. But the ashen bodies are bereft of souls, so in the end, Choti's light fades without acquiring anything. I think Eothas stole their souls. Say nothing.
It's my honored duty to reap and shepherd departed souls during their journey to being reborn. With Eothas dead, me and the other reapers gotta gather as many souls as we can. We'll keep him safe until Gon returns to hell and can take him into his divine embrace.
What do you mean?
I'm keeping lost souls. And here.
She taps the metal frame of the lantern.
And that's all I care to say for now.
You'll tell me later. I think we can loot
I
these.
can pull that off.
Yep. Lots of copper. And some gold and soul or whatever that is. Soleil. I don't know what the currencies are called here.
I'll see to it.
Seems like there's more than one kind of currency. Hardtack. Silver lusk. And a copper pyre. Oh, we got a boar.
Hey,
Sure. Looks like trouble.
You guys all attack.
Started.
Okay, that was pretty easy. Slow it down for a second so we don't accidentally run into anything.
Yes?
Weather journal page. Whatever Odorisi did to that last batch, it's working. We're seeing much higher concentrations of essence in the harvested Adra. Adra. I only wish he'd let the rest of us join in on his methods. One of our Hoana workers got the jolt of his life transporting one of the crates, and that's on top of the one that got blinded last week. All Odorisi has to say for himself is that they were careless. I'm the one paying these islanders' families out of my own pocket. At this rate, I'm going to be the one idiot who comes out of this whole enterprise with less money than I started. Well, you're a good guy for paying them.
Vax, go there.
Luminous Adra pool. Ooh, a worm.
Queen. Kill
It blew up.
Oh, please.
Alright. Let me check real quick. See what difficulty it's on. It is on veteran. Okay.
Well, I prefer something with a little more stabbing.
Ancient Training Hall. Warning, extreme danger inside. By order of Odorisi, the training hall is off limits to exploration. Well, we gotta go in there now. Flint and tinder. Whoever was in here left in the middle of drinking their tea. Blasphemy. Scrawled note. Ferris, take this coin out to the Hoana village and see if you can round up anyone willing to do a week's digging for pay. Try the low caste types first, the Roparu. They are used to hard work, and they don't ask for more than their share. Foreman's quarters. Holy cow, this is a huge place. Tons of little inner areas.
You got the decency to die?
Let's grab this. What is this? A koiki fruit. Negative 15% recovery time. Nice. Some rice.
I see your plan.
Grab some more of these stone bodies for some money. Okay. So, we can start moving into the sub-areas now. Wait, nope. There's some stairs here I didn't see. Oh my god, there's so many places to go. I don't know which one to start with. Oh no, I found the giant. Look at him. That's him.
Show me. Easily done.
Wish I was a little magnifying glass so I could get a little description of him. Okay, so that's nothing. Let's go in the ancient training hall first. Training hall. Makes me think there'll be stuff to kill in here for training. Trap detected. Alright, so I'm gonna move ahead of everyone to make sure I get all the traps. Should have more than enough. Oh, more than enough mechanics to deal with it. Aw.
Can't make a dent.
Alright, you use... How do I... Alt Q, there you go. Maybe that'll help you hit. Alt Q.
Here, catch.
No penetration. Okay. So, what do we want to do here? Let's do, what's Insightful do? Perception. Let's do that. You try to knock him down. And then you heal. And then do another heal.
Yeah.
Let's do Ionic Projection. Get a heal and maybe some damage. And I'm going to switch my target to the Skeletal Sorcerer.
This one's mine.
Who got injured? It's just my pet. Okay.
Another round.
And this guy is really heavily armored is the problem.
Here we go.
What can I do you for?
Looks like my hits are only getting through on crits.
Thing isn't doing the job.
Okay. He doesn't need healed though, so he,
I need a new approach.
that thing can barely hurt him, so we're good.
Can't make a dent.
Yes?
Hold on, let's look at this. Adair hits for 6 damage. Okay, so we're good. We're at least doing some damage, just not a lot.
Yeah.
Need something stronger.
Let's do another blessing. I think it's worn off.
Oh, I need a new approach. Compliment to the queen. This isn't working. Show me.
Alright,
Understood.
works out, I guess. Albeit pretty slow. A fine robe, 4 armor rating, so that's going to be better than the ones we have on. Because the ones we have on are only 3 armor rating. Yep. So, he's not a caster, but he's going to be wearing that robe until I can find something else more appropriate. The statue bears elaborate detail from the buckle of the warrior's greaves to his curly locks. The training dummy's blade is heavily notched from repeated strikes on hapless trainees. The training dummy is the one that hit the trainees.
Show me. I'm on it.
Let's save it real quick. I don't think I've saved it in a while. Gauntlets of Accuracy. I'm going to wear these. Alright, so what is my accuracy? 45 compared to Adair's 27 and her 32. So we're doing pretty good on accuracy.
I'm on it.
Could be a fight.
This one. Show me.
Alright, Alt Q. Let's do maybe Alt 1? No. Alt W? There we go. Let's do a crippling strike on him.
Oh, I need a new approach.
No, I want Alt Q. Marked prey. You go knock this guy down.
Approach.
Or try to. Probably not gonna work.
Let's get
I just took a
started.
disengaging strike. I should have escaped, but I'm a dummy. See if we can blind him. Ooh, did we just hit him for 35? Nice, because we crit.
Not even close.
Gonna do our haste concentration on Adair.
What do you need? Can't make a dent.
My scabbard feet.
Alright, that one went down a little bit quicker. Do marking prey.
Compliment to the queen.
Why is my marking prey not working?
This one's mine.
Huh.
This isn't working.
I need to change my alt or my stealth
This isn't working.
hotkey to something else because it's interfering with my hotkeys.
Another round, another crit. Watch my head. Stretch.
Ionic projection is in the way. Alright, that worked out.
I hear you.
Let's go to controls. Where is it? Alt. Toggle on stealth. Let's just get rid of it. No. There. Alright, right alt is now our stealth button. But I'm never going to use it, so. Except for a specific.
Dim in the lantern.
So now I should be able to, I should be able to use alt for my hotkey a little easier.
Heads up. I really can't do that. Easily done.
There we go. Look at all this experience we're getting. 70 experience just for disarming a trap. I like that. The training dummy has long since been frozen into immobility with age. Alright. Select all. The Engwithan dig site. Okay. So these all connect. Well, they connect with one of the other doors, which is nice. That means there's not quite as many as I thought. Still a lot, though. I have a feeling there's going to be a big fight down there, so let's go there last. Maybe we'll get a level up before that. Alright, what do we got in here? Is there somebody in here? I see nothing. Oh, there they are. They were crawling out of the ground. Cave beetles.
Show me. This one's for... I hope you know that.
There we go.
Another round.
Definitely worked that time.
This one's mine.
Those guys were pretty easy. We didn't need to use our skills on them. I did, but we didn't need to. Alright, what does this say? Note to Foreman. One of the workers dug up this old Adra medallion in the sublevel yesterday. I doubt Odorisi would be interested in it, and besides, it looks like it's worth something. Might be nice to surprise the crew with a bonus. This small Adra disc was apparently to be worn as a medallion. One side of the disc depicts a figure with its arms raised triumphantly above its head, a blade in one hand and a shield in the other. The other side of the disc has been worn smooth with time and is unreadable. Probably a key.
Understood.
Let's keep moving around. Actually, I think that's the last one, isn't it? Can we go up here?
Well, I'd prefer some... I really can't do...
There's not much up here except for that body and this body. So, let's get out of here. Alright, so we are now going to take the stairs down over here. The luminous Adra pool. Scary birds.
You must gather your party before venturing.
Alright, what do we got here? Who is it? A brine imp? I want to take down the worm first. Let's do marked prey on it so we make sure we hit it. You do what? You do concentration while we're all here. While we are all here and gathered up. There we go. And you knock down the brine imp. I wonder, do we share these? I've got 3 and my pet has 3. Let's see. 2 and I have 2. Okay, so my pet and I share a resource. Unfortunate, but makes sense. And that's okay with me, because I've got plenty of skills. Like, even the skills I have already, I'm never going to use all of these in one fight. There's just too many of them.
Show me.
Alright, is that all that was down here? Looks like it. Let's go back up and go down to the inevitable boss fight, or whatever it is. Is that Odorisi? A young panther. You don't cast yet. I want you to buff. And you do Q on that one. Damage over time, and then go switch targets.
Show me. Let's get started.
I guess we'll kill it anyway, since it wanted to come play with us. Let's do Alt Q, Alt W, Alt E. I'm gonna do Blinding Strike more often, because that's a good spell to have. Lowers their accuracy.
I hope you're not killing someone.
I think.
Oh, please.
Yep, minus 10 accuracy, which is really nice, and flanked, which makes it so you can sneak attack, but we're not using sneak attack, so that's not a big deal.
Now you know how my scabbard feels.
Ha, that's kind of funny. Now you know how my scabbard feels. Because he shoves his sword into it.
No one noticed that,
I'm
right?
here. Killing someone. Oh, please. Yes? Backstab.
Okay.
Sorry. Can't.
Got a water flask, some vegetables, koki fruit and hardtack. That is a gunpowder barrel, so let's attack it with our bow.
Now you know how my scabbard. Easily done. Compliments of the queen.
I destroyed a pile of gunpowder. That seems wasteful.
I really can't do.
Is that everything? Nope. Arena sublevel. Several men and women appear to be locked inside a cage of some kind. They're little more than silhouettes behind the glass, pointing and gesturing excitedly.
You out there, are the beasts gone?
One woman comes up to the door, hands pressed against the glass. I took care of the creatures. The woman turns away to have a muffled exchange with the others. Then she pulls at something by the door and you hear a rattling clank. So somehow that shielded them from Eothas.
Perfecto. We are saved.
A youngish man with bright eyes and a twitching smile claps his hands in joy as he steps out of the cage. The woman next to him, however, remains sober.
Me and the Watcher? We're always happy to help.
She beams at you, eyes filled with pride.
Governor Clario must have sent you to rescue us, no? But you do not look like one of his guards.
She rises onto the balls of her feet and peers behind you as if searching for someone else. She looks to be only midway into her 30s, though the serious set of her mouth makes her seem older. Actually, Clario sent me to find Odorisi or his notes. An older woman hawks an impressive gob of phlegm onto the ground and kicks a clump of dirt over
I
it.
told you the governor does not care about us. This is all about profit. For him, the rest of the Valiant.
Caloste!
She silences the others with a sharp look. She turns back to you with a resigned breath.
You are here, and that is what matters.
Where is Odorisi? The animancers look at one another.
He is still in the ruins, we think.
She grimaces, her daze darting to her toes. What happened?
We were taking measurements of the luminous Adra when something strange began happening.
Fascinating. The pillar started to dim. The ground shook, and our instruments showed unusual variations.
That's when those of us with a grain of sense got into the cage.
She glares at the excitable young man, but he doesn't seem to notice. The cage?
Something we made to protect ourselves from surges in the luminous Adra. Those have not been a problem, but I am grateful today for unnecessary precautions.
What happened then?
The Colossus. Some kind of construct made from luminous Adra. It passed through the arena toward the pillar.
Vanessa closes her eyes.
Moments later, the pillar went dark, and all of our colleagues outside the cage froze. Like they turned to ash.
She goes quiet, her hands clasped in front of her. The young man leans forward, his eyes wide with a perverse kind of excitement.
That is when the panthers and worms showed up. Started going through the tents. It was awful, but Engfirth.
Oh my god, come on. Vanessa shoots him a furious look and he falls silent again. A confused and slightly injured expression crinkles his face.
Some of our people are still missing in the ruins, including Odorisi, our lead researcher. It is possible he managed to hide.
Her furrowed brow, however, suggests otherwise. If he didn't make it to the cage, you should prepare... what is that? Honest? No, let's do benevolent. I'll help him however I can.
Most of the ruins are that way, through the door next to the ramp.
She points to a dark entrance in the eastern wall of the arena, but... I mean, I'm being nice, but they don't seem to like Odorisi from the notes we found.
If you are going below, you should take Engfirth with you.
She turns and motions someone in the front of the group.
Hey, he looks just like...
Adair cuts himself off for reasons not yet apparent. His jaw hangs slack. Haha. I won't ruin it, but it does look like him. A sharp-featured elf comes to the fore. As he meets your eyes, he gives you a knowing nod. He's earned a few new scars, but you recognize Aloth Corfisir all the same. Aloth was the wizard, the first wizard you met in the last game. He taps a finger to his lips, a sly smile working its way across them.
knows a great many spells. At first, he even cast fire to chase away the panthers.
Until the flames nearly caught one of the tents.
You're making a really great case for Ingfirth. Yeah, let's be a
Outside
smartass.
of this cage, his skills would be a boon. I do not expect the ruins will be any safer. Many of our people remained behind, which has surely attracted more wildlife.
Wouldn't that keep it away?
It would be prudent to take help, as long as Ingfirth is willing to go.
She looks quickly to Aloth. He nods.
I would be happy to assist.
He holds your gaze with wide, expectant eyes. No, we won't give him away. What else can you tell me about Ingfirth?
I don't think that's really...
He has only been with us a few weeks. He is inexperienced, but he came with a glowing recommendation from an academy in Celona.
That is surely a generous overstatement.
Aloth chuckles uncomfortably and gives you a meaningful look. A glowing recommendation, you say?
Surely we don't have time for...
A pupil of unnatural talent is the phrase I recall. It seems he was loved and regarded by almost all his instructors, though misunderstood, I gathered, by his fellow students.
I cannot imagine why.
The old Animancer rolls her eyes. She probably knows his condition.
Really? This helpful stranger surely has more important things to worry about.
The tips of Aloth's ears are bright red. He glares at you. Impressive, especially since he doesn't sound Valian.
That's quite a...
Students come from all over the world to study animancy in the republics, especially since it is still forbidden in places like Adir.
But Ingfirth's story is a specialist. He was only a boy when both his parents died in a fire.
I'm so glad all these people are wanting to tell us about his past.
He came to the Deerwood and lived at the manor of a wealthy older uncle until he also died in a fire.
Oh man.
If that's all, then perhaps we should be off.
I'll gladly accept his help. He gives you a quick smile.
Be careful, I'm Miko.
She gives Aloth's hand a quick squeeze before backing away.
I shall try.
Aloth nods at her before leading you a short distance away.
Thank you for your discretion. I'm certain you have many questions, but I fear they must wait until we're off this island.
He casts a regretful glance back at Vanessa and the Animancers. At least tell me what you've been doing here. No, because he just said he can't talk. You've made new friends, Animancers no less.
I shall miss their company, though this only confirms that animancy is a hazardous pursuit at best.
Your wealthy old uncle, really?
It seemed like a convenient story. Besides,
Ha.
you do have the oldest soul of anyone I know.
That is true. Very well, we'll talk later.
Indeed.
Alright, wizard or a spellblade or battle mage. Dang it. I said I was going to pick multi-class no matter what. Son of a gun. Alright, well let's go battle mage. Mages actually, in the first game, had a ton of spells that could make them very good tanks. And decent fighters.
Understood.
I actually tried to run a duo or trio with my main tank being a battle mage. It was not easy. What do we got here? So you got the fan flames, combusting wounds. What does that do? AoE when damaged, 4.2 burn damage per 3 seconds for 7.8 seconds. Okay, so when you attack someone, it does an extra burn damage over time. So if they get hit with that debuff on, basically. Rolling Flame creates a rebounding ball of fire, inflicting burn damage upon anyone in its path, knocking them prone. That's good. 27 to 38, not bad. So we'll make that one our priority spell. And let's go with Minoleta's Minor Missiles. So that is Oh my gosh, that is magic missiles, basically. Not quite as good, though. Actually, nowhere near as good, but still decent enough. And considering we can cast these per encounter now, I expect to be using him much more. It's a shame I made the promise to use him as a multi-class, though, because wizards are probably something you should do as a pure class.
How may I help?
Just to get access to their higher level spells. Let all champions pay homage to Exandros, for without him there would be no glory. Examine the bowl more closely. I want to put the medallion here. At the bottom of the bowl is a shallow circular depression. You recognize the offering bowl, an artifact found in many Ingwithan ruins. It would have been intended for use only by Ingwithans who held high rank or had made some great achievement. In an arena such as this, a champion might fulfill that role. Place the champion's medallion into the depression. So that will open up either a secret area or the way onward. Which one is it? Looks like it's gonna be a secret area. So let's go in there. Yep. Here rests Exandros, most virtuous architect. So the guy who built this place. Amulet of Health, plus 15 max health. Let's go ahead and give it to Aloth. He's gonna need it, I think. Wait, what? Why does that have a plus on it? Oh, because it can be enchanted. Elementally stable. Gives me a bunch of armor rating. Known causality, 5 to all defenses against transmutation, evocation, and illusions. No. Or plus 1 armor rating. Let's just go elementally stable for fun. Now, what does his thing actually do? Gives him plus 10% area of effect. That is the same one he had last game. Keybreaker Scepter. Frightened Kith targets on a critical hit. Attacks with the Keybreaker Scepter can bounce. Ooh, that's good. So we'll keep that for now, at least until we find him some better swords, because remember, he is a fighter mage.
They were unprepared for this.
Alright, before we delve into this place too much, we're gonna end the episode here, because this is probably gonna be a pretty sizable place. So please leave a like or comment below, and feel free to subscribe for more full Let's Plays like this one, and thanks for stopping by.